Hiyo family, welcome back to the success story. Penny here, and let's talk about co-op. So, if you haven't heard, It Takes Two is blowing up because of how great a co-op game it is. It is a local co-op game. You could obviously play it online, but it's a game that they want you to grab a buddy, grab a controller, sit down, start a narrative from start and end it. Now, here's what I want to talk about. I think co-op needs to come back. And I want to make sure we understand what a co-op experience is with a multiplayer experience is. Now, when I'm talking about co-op, I mean me and someone else go on an adventure together where I need the other person, or where the story dictates that me and this other person have to work together to achieve an end goal. A multiplayer experience is something where multiple people are playing the same game at the same time, whether it's competing in a Call of Duty type of sense where Team A goes against Team B, or in a solo fashion where it's a free-for-all, every man for themselves, or even in a Borderlands-ish kind of experience where co-op is kind of optional. I'm gonna categorize it there. What I mean by optional is there's games like Borderlands, for example, great example, where you can absolutely play the game with multiple people, and it's very much advertised to play with your friends, but you can play it by yourself. In fact, co-op almost seems optional. I don't need 3 other people to beat Borderlands. However, the game does recommend having them. I don't want that experience. I think we need to back away from that experience. Games like Double Dragon or Battletoads are games you can play by yourself, yes. But the story, the lore itself shows that there's multiple people working together doing so. So the fact where to this day, I can't think of like Battletoads without like having 2 other people, or I can't think of playing Double Dragon without another person, because it makes it feel like a necessity that you need that other person because of the difficulty of the game, but it makes it a necessity. It Takes Two makes the other player a necessity. It never feels like it's an optional thing. I don't ever feel like, hey, I could have done this by myself. No, you need the other person to proceed forward. And I like that. The reason I like that is because 1, it brings 2 people to work together as a team. You have to communicate. Communicating is something that's kind of hard to do over the headset, sometimes because of mic delay, sometimes you can't really explain the way you can because it's over a mic. But these face-to-face human connections, there's a lot of times where I was looking at my little brother where we were playing like, hey, yo, bro, do this. I need you to do that. Or he'd be like, yo, bro, you selling. Do this. Do that. Now I'd be like, bet. And it's that communication that works. When you're sitting next to someone, it's like when you're doing anything else. You're going out to lunch, you're watching a movie, or you're having a basic conversation. You can't imitate that over headset. It feels great, but it's not the same thing. There's no quality that can match it. So, It Takes Two, the reason, not only that it's great because of the necessity of the other player, but it actually keeps implementing new ideas to how to work together. Throughout the game, a player will get a certain ability, and the other will get a certain ability. What that will do is that, yes, they work well by themselves, but the whole point is that they work better together. You want to do things together, because together you can beat this end goal. I think gaming has started to push so far away from the idea of just sitting with your friends and playing because, well, why would I? I have a router, I have a modem, I have a headset, I can do the same thing. But I think we're forgetting how fun co-op really is and just starting to just get into multiplayer. Multiplayer is fun and dandy. It's not wrong. I'm not saying it's played out or anything like that. I love when games have a multiplayer function because I can play with my friends. But it's because I want to play with my friends is the important part here. And a lot of the times these multiplayer options, there's not a story for multiplayer. It's just, hey, I did this kind of grinding loot thing. You want to do this grinding loot thing with me? Or hey, you want to kill a bunch of other people who are playing this game with me? Like, it's not as fun. If a game like, say, Spider-Man, which is a game that I understandably should be a single player experience. It's beautiful though because it's a narrative. You want to play games like that because you want to take in the story. You want to make it from point A to B. You want to see characters change. You want to get stronger as a character. You want to do so much things, but it's only for one person. Yes, it's great, and you can talk to other people who played Spider-Man, but imagine having conversations with two other people or three other people, because these were the same people you used to beat this game with you. You guys had to do the same puzzles or same interactions as other people, and it's very inclusive. It's very like, hey, come here, let's have a conversation. And that's what co-op games are so fun about. You can get so many people into co-op games because everyone can use a buddy and everyone can talk to someone or do this with someone. It Takes Two is so cool, and it really does want you to play with someone. That if you buy the game, you basically get a free, hey, play with me copy with your friend. Like, they can just play with you, even if they don't own the game. We need to bring back the idea of a community sense in gaming, because that's what really kept gaming strong. It was a community. People wanted to play with each other. People wanted to become something greater together. Now everything feels like a versus kind of thing now. Everything seems like too much of a competition. There's not enough friendly, let's work together to solve a kind of crisis kind of thing. And I really do miss that type of gaming. I remember playing Subspace Emissary with my friends. And yes, that is another game where you don't have to play that with someone. You can obviously play that single player. But even the story itself makes it show you that it's two people trying to achieve a goal. Most of the cutscenes you're playing as two characters and you're trying to progress forward. And it's fun, it's enticing. Nothing beats sitting down there on the couch or whatever you guys are doing and really just laughing your ass off or yelling at each other that you messed up or going, wow, that's really cool, or just reacting to something very differently. Co-op games can do that. It can bring a new sense of gaming that we're missing. And I really want it to come back. I really do. I'll catch you guys.